Hey everybody, Nick Stoya with Stoya Wood Design. Thanks for tuning in to another video. I think it's been a minute since I posted my last content. I'm thinking it's about a year and a half, so really appreciate you tuning back in. To anybody that's still subscribed to the channel, do promise to pick things back up with more videos, but been pretty busy. So me and my wife, we welcomed our first, Sophia Marie, who's about 18 months old now. So with that in mind, put woodworking on pause and focused on the day job and raising the little one. In that time, we also relocated out here to Danville, Indiana. So have been in our house now for coming up on 2 years. It's been great. We're on a little bit over 5 acres out here in Danville, with the primary goal of having space to build a pole barn just like that. So I wanted to shoot a quick video. This is by no means complete. I've got a ton of projects to do on the inside, but Victoria and I are actually going to be picking up the woodworking business here in the next couple months. We've made a big investment in some equipment for the business to help us be more efficient. So in the midst of reorganizing the shop, getting ready for that, running electrical I still need to do. Got a ton of projects, but I want to walk you through what the shop looks like. I think the last time you saw me on YouTube, I was building cabinets for our now kitchen in our house and was building out of my buddy's pole barn. So I've come a long way, and now we've got our own pole barn. So stick with us and I'll give you a quick tour. Thanks. So here is the shop. This is our 36 by 56 foot pole barn with 14-foot walls. Also have a 56-foot porch running on the west side of the building. Get some great sunsets. As I mentioned, we're out here on 5 acres, and the sunset out here is amazing. Love it out here. Just a ton of privacy, really enjoying it so far. Also set up a little garden for Victoria. Do need to add a couple more boxes, but wanted to show you a quick video of the shop and what that looks like. So front part of the barn is fully dedicated to maintaining the property. So store our Kubota LX3310 up here, as well as our Kubota zero-turn mower. Just relocated this tool chest, but as I mentioned, the purpose of this video and what drew me to want to get back on here on YouTube is the investment we're making in some new equipment, and it's really had me rethinking the shop layout and how I want it to look and how I want it to flow. And honestly, it's pretty clean right now, even though it looks like a mess, but I want to show you what's going on and what I'm working with and what we're focused on. So as I mentioned, this tool chest was actually back over near the first drop of the dust collector, and I have rerun the dust collecting pipe just so I could dedicate that to my tools and setup. But here is the shop. I've got a joiner, planer, drum sander, table saw, router table, miter saw station, and that blue tape right there is going to be the spot for our new piece of equipment. It's going to be about 2 months before we get that. So I've got a lot of work to do in terms of running electrical. That's why I don't have plywood up there. Need to insulate. Everything behind the plywood right now is insulated just so I wouldn't have to get back there, as I ran electrical just so I could get my tools up and running. Still got a lot of work to do, such as insulation all throughout, and gonna be putting up some white metal on the ceiling and above the plywood and get that ready before winter here. We are at the end of June right now as I'm shooting this video. My dad and I did go ahead and put PEX piping below the concrete, as well as foam board, and we are on full electric out here, so gonna have a closed loop in-floor heating to help keep the shop clean. But got some pallet racking here I picked up off Facebook Marketplace to help store our lumber. Also need to look into some additional shelves, maybe do one across each for additional plywood storage as we ramp things back up. But this is the paint booth I've been working on. Still not done, but framed out. Main goal was to give me some place to spray, as well as additional storage up top to kind of hold those odds and ends. But spray booth is 9 foot wide by 16 foot long. I just started that. My dad and I framed that out a couple weekends ago. And here is the shop. So as I mentioned, still got a lot of organization to do. All this over here to the left, I just don't have a place for right now. I actually need a couple more probably metal storage cabinets for all my screws, wood glue, odds and ends. Got a lot of hardware from cabinetry to get some storage on and get that picked up. But I originally had the 52-inch saw stop with the built-in router table on the end. It's actually back there right now. About 2 days ago, I decided I needed to cut the saw down just so I'd have more flow and could get by the saw and the new piece of equipment. So cut that down to 36 inches. Actually turned out really well. Hung onto some leg hardware to the right there so I could support the saw, and it all came together pretty well. Still need to paint the ends of the metal that I had to cut just so it won't rust, but also plan on trimming down my outfeed table. Really loved having a 4 foot by 8 foot outfeed table just to use an assembly table as well, but I need the space so I can get by our new piece of equipment and get over to the miter saw station. And as I mentioned, I had that tool chest over at the front of the shop that lived right there, and that holds pretty much all of my woodworking hand tools, power tools. I keep it all in that cabinet, and I don't want to walk that far just in terms of flow and as I'm working on projects over here. So gonna be redoing the miter saw station. To be honest, it was never really completed. I had ideas of throwing in drawers, but I do have a line boring machine right there that's gonna be going away with our new piece of equipment. So actually, side note, if anyone's interested in the Indianapolis, Danville area, let me know and we can chat. But gonna put in some additional storage for tools, screw storage. I'll probably get my tracks mounted up on the wall here for my track saw. But overall, really happy with the flow. There's the router table that I took off the saw stop. Actually ordered the freestanding base with wheels that I'm gonna convert that to. So I just got that set there now just to kind of see what that looks like in terms of spacing. But redid my ducting. So that first run of that first duct is gonna be dedicated to the planer, the joiner, and the drum sander. And then this second duct here, it's currently hooked up to the joiner, but that is gonna flow. It's gonna have 2 outlets to go to the router table as well as the saw stop. And that is all being run on a Harbor Freight dust collector. So I've actually had really good luck with it. Had it about 2 years now, no issues. Bought a Oneida Cyclone off the internet, found a 55-gallon drum on Marketplace, and then did buy this Grizzly filter off Grizzly's website. No, actually I got that on Amazon. I'll attach a link if anyone's interested, but really happy with the performance. Does a great job. The new piece of the new piece of machinery that we're purchasing does require dust collection, and I am debating if I get another Harbor Freight dust collector, mount it over here, have it dedicated just to this machine, or if I try to run some more PVC over the miter saw station and make it over to the machine. Worry about it not having enough suction, but need to do some additional research there. Well, there you have it for my shop tour. By no means is it finished. I'm just getting started, but thought I owed it to you all to kind of show you what I'm working on, why I've been absent for the last 1.5 years, and super excited about the things ahead and the way Victoria and I are pivoting and looking for additional income for the family. And woodworking is one of those things that I am truly passionate about and love the idea of building a business with my wife. So we are super excited, gonna work on getting everything ready for the new piece of equipment and our business model and how we wanna target our customers. But there will definitely be more videos. I will also have more project videos, DIY videos. That is still something I am passionate about. We've got a ton of stuff we're doing on the inside of the house. Got some built-ins up next, custom closet we're gonna be working on. So we'll be sure to make some videos all along the way. But thanks so much for tuning in. Nick Stoya with Stoya Wood Design. And until next time, have a great one.